Hi there. Thanks for coming back to watch another video. I truly appreciate the support and the interest. Hopefully you've watched some of the other videos and you kind of know what most of my videos are about. So I'm in the process of writing a book that's going to be out soon. Soon we're going to have a little teaser first chapter available for you along with the markup of the cover of the book. And it goes along with my philosophy of a couple of things. One is that most people come into counseling because their intended solution to their problem actually creates bigger problems. And in the book, I talk about a couple of solutions that I typically tend to see that have the same flavor and flair. And the one I'm going to talk about today is the entitlement solution. And I actually have an entire chapter about that in my book. So the entitlement solution is when people say, my clients say to me, I am entitled to feel this way or act this way because ... So I want you to start off by asking yourself, have you told yourself I'm entitled to act this way, think this way, feel this way because fill in the blank here. And some examples of some of those because is because my husband cheated on me, because my wife is an alcoholic and constantly embarrasses me, because so-and-so broke up with me and lied to me, because coworkers talked about me behind my back. I'm entitled to act this way because my parents both were just irresponsible and never loved me and gave me any attention, so I'm entitled to act this way. And so here's the thing, right? You might be thinking to yourself, well, I am entitled to this because I've been hurt or I've been wronged or people have lied to me. And you know what? I'm not here to tell you that you're not entitled to do, think, feel, act any way that you choose to. You are certainly entitled to do all of those things if that's what you choose to do. Let me change this around a little bit, right? So I tell people, my clients, that I went to the dentist once and one of my favorite signs said, you don't have to floss all your teeth, just the ones you want to keep. So I think this is hysterical, and I use this a lot because what I find is that when you tell people you can do that, you can do whatever you choose to do, it sort of disarms people, because I think that sometimes people are so used to everybody saying to them, you can't do that or you can't act like that. I'm going to start off by telling you, you certainly can do that. You have free will. You can do whatever you'd like. But I'm just asking you, is it serving you? Does it actually get you where you want to go? So let me give you an example, okay? A couple comes into my office for counseling. Okay, this is just an example. And the husband says, my wife has cheated on me. I can't trust her anymore. And this has happened multiple times. And so first I start off by saying, well, so what are you doing now? Because to try to gain back trust in your relationship, and because you don't trust her. And he says, well, every day I demand to look at her phone, and I look at her text messages, and I also demand that I need to know where she is at all times. We have an app that tracks location, and she always has to have it on. And if she doesn't have it on, then I lose it. Because I've been hurt so many times, I'm entitled to it. I'm entitled to know where she is. I'm entitled to read her text messages. Okay. So again, let me tell you, you certainly can do whatever you'd like. You can do those things because you're doing those things because your solution is, I want to gain back trust. Okay. But I want to ask you, do you really feel like if you look at her phone or find out where she is that actually building trust? Because what I find is it actually causes a whole nother set of problems, which actually makes things worse, right? So think about this. If I see a location on your phone and I don't know, I went to buy something and I went to a store I usually don't go to because the store I went to is out of it, and I'm just innocently going to a different store. You see me going to a different store on the locator on my phone, and now your brain starts to spin because I've been hurt before. And then she comes home and we have this huge fight. And I tell her, I'm entitled to be this angry at you because you've hurt me so many times and I don't trust you, even if perhaps maybe I overreacted a little bit or yelled in front of the kids and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So this is just an example. But what I'm saying to you is you are actually causing bigger problems, because if your eventual goal is that you would like to strengthen your marriage and build trust in the marriage, you looking at somebody's phone and having this constant conversation about where were you and you need to account to me for where you are and all those things doesn't actually make a stronger foundation for a marriage. So what essentially you're doing is repeating patterns in this marriage of we don't trust each other, we constantly question each other, we're arguing with each other, we don't have open conversation or communication. Those are all things that are going to do the opposite of building a stronger marriage. Okay, so you have a lot of questions right now, right? Like, how does this all work? Because that seems counterintuitive. Okay, what I'm telling you is that there's a whole bunch of stuff to this, but if you give yourself permission to be angry, sad, yell at people, be miserable, shut people off, etc., you are going to be less happy. Not only are you going to push other people away because nobody wants to be around somebody like that, but you're also not going to be happy inside your heart. You tell yourself that it's going to make you happier. You tell yourself that's the right solution, but it actually causes a whole nother set of problems. And that's why people end up coming to counseling, because they try that and it doesn't work. Another example of this entitlement that I see quite often is I've tried everything that I can to make this better. I've tried yelling. I've tried, making his favorite meals. I've tried going to the gym and losing weight. I've tried everything I can to save this marriage, and he has done nothing. So people tell themselves, I've done everything. They've decided, I've done everything. You've done nothing. So therefore, I am entitled to not do anything right now. And I'm just going to sit back and let you do all the work because I've done everything. I'm entitled. And sometimes I'm sitting like this because they sometimes will literally cross their arms and lean back and say, I'm done trying. So they've entitled themselves to stop trying. Okay. And I want to tell you again, while I get that and we can talk about that, it doesn't ultimately fix or improve your marriage or your self-esteem or how you vibrate on a daily basis, or your aura or the energy that you're putting out and sharing with other people. Okay, so if you want more information about this or you want to come work with me, I have helped literally hundreds of people figure out how to do this, manage their energy, and work through the solutions that have gotten them into trouble in the past 25 to 30 years. Worked in substance abuse, mental health, couples counseling, individual counseling. I can help you get through this. The first thing is that you have to want to, and you have to figure out what doesn't work and how to work through it. Okay, you can like my videos by hitting the bell above this page, or you can also go on my website, beccnelson.com, where you can also email me and join my email list. And when you join my email list, when the cover of my book and the first title are available, I will be happy to share that with you. Thanks for watching, guys.